Misinformation is defined as incorrect or faulty information that is frequently disseminated unintentionally and without the intent to deceive. The proliferation of fake news in the Philippines has been on the rise, as seen by the concern expressed by public leaders. There have been recently Senate hearings focused on the spread of fake news. We in this generation are more vulnerable to propaganda, false information, and fake news. The majority of teenagers mark their free time online activities including gaming, chatting, blogging, listening to music, sharing images to WhatsApp, and finding someone to talk to by communicating online. Their understanding of the world and their perception of reality are significantly influenced by information that is shared by online.
It has become challenging to discern what information on the internet is based on the truth, half-truths, or lies because there are so many sources available. This can affect behaviors too. It encourages students to think of excuses to reject and confuse other students' ideas, to exaggerate the truth, and to spread rumors. When we utilize digital platforms to spread ideas we think are genuine but aren't necessarily accurate, it can have a significant impact on how others perceive those ideas.
Misinformation has mostly involved us and online platforms in general, with people spreading biased opinions that are later spread to different audiences that may believe the said opinion as factual. And some also use online platforms to spread their jokes. However, some may believe the humor as a serious message. Some even use poser or false accounts to further spread their misinformations, resulting in disinformation or the convincing of other people to join in propaganda.
Everyone is involved when it comes to misinformation here in the Philippines. We, being the people in our community, will believe information or news that we see online because we automatically recognize it as true, especially when it comes from well-known people or platforms. Organizations will create false information to get what they want, which is popularity and fame.
Misinformation does not only involve individuals, it also involves organizations, institutions, and most especially social media platforms. The primary reason for it is people lack of knowledge and avoidance of fact-checking. Always remember to practice to do a fact-checking if the sources are reliable and seek for evidence.
Misinformation is also commonly encountered on internet media such as TV, radios, blogs, and social media platforms. What tends to be genuinely true can be falsified and intentionally used it as fabrication and propaganda.
This issue happens everywhere, and some misinformation spreads all around the world. Misinformation in the Philippines greatly affects its citizens as they easily believe in information they hear without checking its accuracy.
Misinformation is generally created to promote fake news, mislead Filipinos, and aid in the development of hatred or to ruin someone's reputation. Misinformation is the unintentional consequence of prejudice. Misguided beliefs can lead to unintended spread of disinformations. Individuals do not aim to promote false propaganda, but do not check and reference the inaccurate information they give. People sharing information on social media are more likely to be spontaneous and rapid action rather than an intentional and time-consuming effort. Even in the earlier days, there was misinformation, but what separates it from now is the ease within which it can be created, shared, multiplied, thanks to the current communication platform, notably social media.
The term misinformation can be interpreted in many different ways. It is frequently described as a false remark made without malicious purpose, unintentionally, or that is factually inaccurate and intentionally spread to mislead. It's an increasingly serious problem as technology increases our ability to communicate in ways that weren't possible before. There are many sources of information, but not all of them are reliable. An increase in misinformation or hoax reports can be related to an overload of information and a general lack of knowledge of some individuals of how the internet functions. The advent of social media and the ability to spread information quickly resulted in a large increase in the amount of misinformation online. It can be hard to determine the difference between factually inaccurate information and current events, especially in a world that thrives on social media posts. This lack of fact-checking might lead to further negative results.
Many things you read online, particularly in your social media feeds, may seem to be accurate but are false. Misinformation is information that has been purposefully fabricated to misinform or deceive readers. These tales are typically produced to either sway people's opinions, further a political agenda, or create confusion, and they can frequently bring in money for publication. False information can fool individuals by appearing on trustworthy websites or by utilizing names and web addresses that are similar to those of credible news organizations. The creators of fake news websites want as many people as possible to visit their sites. Others merely want internet users to click on them, which frequently directs users to a website where they see more content and see advertising. Some websites may want their visitors to view the content and have it affect their political values.
In order to help resolve the issue of misinformation, the best way to combat fake news is to give young people tools to think critically. We can all learn to be critical thinkers, to have better judgment for information, understanding key distinction between misinformation, speech, action, and mistaken beliefs provide an opportunity to expand research and policies towards constructive online communication.
As part of the curriculum, schools should offer pupils with a thorough education in media and information literacy. Teachers must be well trained in the topic in order to provide students with the skills needed to critically examine and evaluate material provided by all types of media. Project in collaboration with the national and municipality government as well as media organizations.
Misinformation. It is a problem that affects the entire society. It is everybody's concern. The government and IT companies are not the only institution that can help solve this problem. Therefore, it is essential to involve the public in fact-checking. So in order to keep the engagement, it is essential to empower citizens to do fact-checking through ongoing training and education. Despite being freely accessible online, there is lack of knowledge and understanding of fact-checking tools. Therefore, government agencies, academic institutions, and media networks should help in promoting them. Last but not least, we must see the fight against misinformation as a civic and moral responsibility of all individuals, regardless of profession, financial standing, and community.